Hey, sports fans, Mark Ruggiero here, Clark Commando 1983. And what's today? Shoot, today is, well, it's a Thursday, I know that. Anyways, my chemo treatment was kind of kicking my ass, so I had kind of a delay, but we're killing the cancer, so that's good. But as some of you know, if you're watching this video, you're aware I'm going to be doing after reaction report, how to play of the old Avalon Hill Third Reich, right? I'm not going to read the back, but anyways, this will be video number 2. I'm going to cover a little bit of stuff. My plan is to play the game, a little bit of scale. I play a lot of GMT World at War, which I highly recommend. Definitely steep learning curve, but once you're invested, it's a wonderful experience. Probably one of my challenges with this series will be not mixing the rules up, so make sure you read the rules. I'll be using the 4th edition rules that are available on Board Game Geek. I got myself, of course, a nice little spiral bound booklet for it. Print it out. I like pimping out my games. I even use one of my custom dice towers that I have that are, I've got one for each major power for World at War. So anyways, just some real basics. It's core level, army level, of course. Turns are quarterly. The hex scale is 50 miles per hex. And I'm going to basically follow a historical path for the game. Not going to try anything crazy. I am going to be drawing the variant chits, because that's always a lot of fun. One of the things I really remember about this game, and I haven't played it since I was 17 years old, so about 40 years ago. It's possible I played when I was 18, but it's been a long time. So, that being said, one thing that's more interesting is the Pripyat marshes up here in Russia. I was kind of shocked to see, your defenses tripled, but there's no movement cost, which is pretty interesting. The other thing is your, let's see here, speaking of, air units, which of course have the infinity symbol, can make change anytime. You're limited by the counter mix, so you want to make track of that. Naval units, let's see, can't really see it. Should I zoom in? Is it worth zooming in a little bit? Can you see keel a little better? I don't know. There are 9-factor fleets in this game. One of the things that naval units cannot do, like air units, is make change. You are, of course, through combat and whatnot, going to suffer some losses. But it's not money like the air units are treated. The Brits start with 4-factor air units. They are able to combine and eventually form a 5-4 Air Force air factors. Of course, the red lines on the map here denote the front. So, of course, east of the red lines, the east front. South is the Mediterranean front. And then anything up here is the west front. The terrain, they're called defensive modifiers. I hope I'm not mixing that term up. But even in clear, you're doubled on defense. Behind rivers, if the attacker is not, if the attack is all across a river, you're tripled. I said mountains are tripled. The terrain effects chart, but terrain in this game, against amphibious invasion, you're tripled. Fortress hexes like Sevastopol, you're, I believe, tripled. I hope that's correct. Jeez, really hope I'm right. It is like 3:30 in the morning here. So I'm going to keep this a little short. Went over defensive modifiers. What I plan to do with my future videos is, go a little bit more in depth in each thing what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm going to follow a historical path. I am going to play solitaire, obviously. And I plan to play, if not through the whole game, at least through where it gets interesting, maybe 43 or so. We'll see how it goes. Because next up, I am going to do Guns of August with the 3rd edition rules and some production and the whole 9 yards. I wanted to note, I am going to use the BRP tracks, but as smartly stated in the rule book, you should keep a paper record by turn of your BRP expenditures, because of course the markers are subject to jostling. One of the fond memories I'll share with you on this game for me is me and my brother Ron used to play it. He was pretty young. I was like 12, I think, and he was Ron was 7 or 8. Always smart kid. But the thing about 3rd edition, which was really interesting to me, is it introduced and you'll see when I get there, for air combat, simple things like an actual die roll with modifiers, which was way more fun, in my opinion, than just exchanging factors. One of the things that as a kid, and I know it might be sacrilege, as a kid I always hated, and still not my favorite read, is statistics articles. It was much more about, gee, I'm going to try to conquer the world, or, hey, oh my goodness, I'm going to, defend democracy and win. Of course, I have the Gamer's Guide, which I kind of glanced through a little bit. And one thing that's nice about the 4th edition rulebook that you can print out, there's a whole list of general articles that you can look up. I still have a lot of paper copies of my generals, but they're also available on CD. I believe they're for minimal charge. They're also available for free. I believe there's a website. Maybe somebody could share that in the comments. So anyways, I know this is short, but it's pretty late, and I slept all day. So it's one thing with my cancer and stuff is I sleep really weird hours, kind of like my body says, all right, Mark, go to sleep. And I go to sleep because I needed to kill the cancer. Knock on wood. Things are heading in the right direction so I can get Whipple surgery for my pancreatic cancer. Anyways, I look forward to doing videos. I'm not exactly sure when it will be. Hopefully sooner than this video. I am working on some projects for myself that I've always wanted to do. Doing a little bit of miniatures, painting the Roman army, a little bit of bolt action, and some Flames of War. And of course, I have my hundreds of board games that I've been selling some. So, but hey, got to keep hope alive, so still buy. So anyways, thank you for watching the video. If you enjoy it, please like, please subscribe. It's the best way to follow this. I will post on various Facebook pages. But the easiest way to follow, if you're interested, is to like and subscribe. So, hey, have a wonderful day. Bust out those games. Get some play in. Keep that kid alive. All right? This is Mark Ruggiero, Clark Commander 1983, signing off. Have a good one.